Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for the final old Batman reviews. I guess that's old's relative.
Old, yeah.
Black and white. We'll go
Black
with
and
that.
white,
Yeah.
yeah.
Noir, I believe is the term. Batman and Robin, 1949, episodes 11 through 15. Not 11 and 15. What'd you think? Right off the top.
It was good. I liked it.
Good.
Yeah.
I did too. I actually really liked it.
Yeah, they were good episodes.
I would actually say, I've said in other reviews that for you guys can't see anything because you just see us, but all around you are my notes. And I probably took more notes for these 5 episodes than I have done 5, 10, 15, 20, for the last 25 episodes. Like, I took a lot of notes because I was super into this one.
Yeah.
Again, I'll bring it up. I think I brought it up last time. I don't remember. I feel like a lot of the episode titles had Robin in the title.
I noticed that there was a lot like Robin
Rescues and Robin, it was weird. I don't know why, but it kind of caught me off guard. So kudos to you. We started off with episode 11, Robin's Ruse. Like I just said, Robin. Where you picked up on Jimmy disguised as Batman.
Yeah.
I didn't even register. Like, I'll be honest, like, for this one, I kind of tune out and tune in every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not 100% into it. But, like, that one, you were right on the money.
Yeah, it was too skinny to be Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, and too tall to be Robin.
And then that's the Batman where he... Like, I brought it up in the last video where, like, you see him fall off the balcony.
Right.
And I was like, I swear, that's the same footage from 1943 of Batman falling. But you were right. That was Jimmy. So we get that. Episode 11 is the first time, I think, that we see Batman and Professor Hamill talk.
Yes.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time we see him talk. Kind of like in the first serial... what was the villain's name? Dr. Kanada, something like that.
Something like that.
They didn't see each other until the last episode. So it was episode 11 before we finally see Batman and Professor Hamill. There was one line that I picked up on where it was one of the people, like, it was just a throwaway line, but he's like, this is no time for riddles. And I was like, ooh, is that a Riddler reference? And so I actually looked it up. So this serial came out in 1949. The Riddler came out in 1948. So that could have actually been a reference, like a little shout out. So I was like, ooh, I like that. So we get that. And then, like you said, with Batman being skinny, because at first when we see Bruce, like, he's disguised, but he's like handcuffed and stuff like that. And they're like, Bruce Wayne's Batman. Mm-hmm. And then Robin shows up. I thought Robin was going to dress up as Batman.
Yeah. But
then we see Robin, and then, like you said, we see the skinny Batman running through the alley, and then it ends up being Alfred.
Right.
Which, I'll be honest, at this point, I had forgotten what Alfred looked like. Like, I feel like
because we didn't see him very much.
Yeah, like, I feel like in the first serial, Alfred was in it a lot. Yeah. Like, he was very, like, absent-minded, but he was in it a lot. And this one, I feel like he's not very, like, he's kind of hit and miss.
Right.
Episode 12, I loved the microfilm and the cigar. That was very, like, Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Like, spy for me. Which, I mean, this predates Mission Impossible. This predates James Bond. This predates everything. So that was actually pretty clever. And it's those little things that we take for granted because we've seen it for years. We've seen all 50 James Bond movies and stuff. So, like, film in a cigar, no big deal. Again, this was 49. Like, the first James Bond novel, I don't think was written yet. I think it was written in 54. So that was kind of cool. And then I love the whole, like, where Batman sets up the memo, like, and he has Gordon leave it on his desk as the trap for Barry Brown. So we get that one. Episode 13, the Wizard's Challenge. That's the one where I finally started, like, is it Carter? Is it the butler?
Yeah.
They did a good job. They kind of threw me off.
Listen to the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to distinguish,
which actor?
Yeah.
But I think they did a good job, though, because I want to say it was like from the first episode. We were both like, "Oh, it's the dude in the wheelchair."
Right.
Like that's not a twist. Like whatever. And right around this one, I was like, "Oh, maybe we were wrong. Maybe it's Carter." No, we weren't wrong. We were right the first time. And this is actually where it got really good. These last 3 episodes, because this is where he gets like the necklace that turns him invisible. I was like, "Oh, I love that. That was really good."
Yeah, that'd be nice to have sometimes.
Yeah. And the effects actually weren't too bad. They were all practical, like doors opening and stuff.
Right.
But it was, I mean, for 1949, I thought they did a really good job.
I enjoyed this better than the 1943 that we watched. This one was, it was predictable at times, but it was funnier.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Let's see, where are we? Like I said, I'd kind of forgotten what Alfred looked. We finally actually see Alfred again, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's who you look like." I gotcha. The blowing open the vault thing again was super. Like Robin gets knocked out by like a name plaque, and I was like, "Okay, so evidently in 1943, if you blow on somebody too hard, they faint." Yeah, so okay. Episode 14. That's where the wizard becomes visible, and he's like running through. That episode, so like I said, I loved episodes 13, 14, 15. I think they were some of the best episodes. But episode 14 was kind of the dip, because that's where everybody and their brother, like, suddenly has an injury on their right hand.
Right, same exact injury.
Because the wizard gets shot in the right hand. Right. And, like, I actually had to write them all down, where we get the private eye, who was a pointless character, like, cut his hand on barbed wire. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Professor Hamill burned his hand in the lab. Right. Let's see. Who else was there? Oh, Barry Brown, the reporter, cut his hand on glass. Like, okay, so everybody in Gotham cut their right hand at the exact same time. No, stop. Like, it was awful.
Yes.
But it was okay. We do see Barry get injured because he was about to expose the wizard. And then we see the wizard's, like, gunshot through the window thing. Yeah. But, like I said, I mean, it's cheesy effects, because you can clearly tell the gun's, like, swaying. But it worked. I mean, it was pretty practical. And then the final episode, probably my favorite part, is Vicky tied up in the car. Yeah. And she's like, "Are you going to tie me? Nah, you'll be fine."
After he ran and saved her from going over the cliff. Yeah.
Nah, you'll be good.
You'll be good.
And then I'll be honest, I kind of like dipped out a little bit during this part, so you might know better than I do. It is revealed that Hamill is the killer, right? Hamill's the wizard. Which, what was it the last episode or 14? Yeah, so episode 14, Hamill's just walking around.
Yeah.
Through like all of 14.
Yeah.
And they never reference it.
Yeah, because every time before he was in his wheelchair. And then when everybody left the room, he locked the door and got up and walked into his hideout.
But like starting from episode 14, like you literally see, like you never even see the wheelchair again. No. Like he's literally, like after Carter is killed, it's Hamill, the cop, and Batman. And nobody says a thing. That Hamill's just walking. And as soon as we got to that point, I think that's what kind of made me start like, okay, going to my phone. Because like that's where it goes from being like interesting to, oh, nope, they just stopped caring.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so like they revealed Hamill was the killer and Carter had a twin brother.
Wasn't he his twin brother?
And that's who was killed, not Carter or something?
Something like that.
It was weird. Yeah. Like the whole last episode, like they literally had to do was be like, "Oh, it was Hamill going to jail," but they like brought in twin brothers and it just got bizarre. Probably my favorite part is Vicky being like, "Let's me and Bruce go out to dinner."
Yes.
And then Alfred playing the record.
Yeah.
Of Batman's voice. Which, is that a thing? Was that like, could you make recordings? I guess you could.
Evidently you could.
I mean, obviously they made records so you could record things, but I don't know if you could just do it at home or not. I never really thought about that. But, oh well.
Yeah, it was just convenient for Bruce Wayne not to...
Who's a millionaire.
A millionaire, yeah.
Because I think now he's considered a billionaire.
Probably.
If not a trillionaire.
Yeah.
But probably. I think Bruce Wayne's considered a billionaire. So overall, over the 15 episodes, did you like it? Would you ever watch it again?
I'd watch it again just
Okay.
to catch stuff that we missed before.
See, if they had revealed that it was Carter and not Hamill,
Mhm.
I would have been like, we're watching it again right now. Because I want to go. I didn't even pick up on Carter. Like, I didn't even, like, he was a butler. So, like,
Yeah.
I just tuned him out until, like, episode 13.
Right.
That's when he first pinged on my radar. But, like, if it had been Carter, nope, we're starting over from the beginning right now. But it wasn't. It was Hamill. We were right from episode 1. But yeah, what would you say this compared to the first one?
I
Or-
love this one better.
Okay.
It was a whole lot better
Okay.
because the actors were more real
Okay.
compared to the painted up. I don't even remember who he was. back
Oh,
in the
yeah,
other one.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the zombies.
Zombies
Yep.
and
Okay. I
heavy
think
makeup.
I think this one was a lot better.
Yes.
This one was a lot like not more PC, but less like controversial, I guess. Like this one was pretty standard. Like you got Batman and you got a guy trying to take over the world,
Right.
and that's it. So
Mhm.
I liked it. Any closing thoughts?
No, I'm just looking forward to Adam West.
Yes. So, well, she spoiled it. Spoiler alert. So that is all we got for Batman 1949. So I think it's interesting. So after this, we are jumping to the Adam West show. I have a lot of notes like already, but I'll save them. I'll do it
Okay.
for next time.
Okay.
So if you guys have seen this one, the 1949 Batman and Robin, what did you think? If we have inspired you to watch it, let me know what you think.
You need to watch it.
It was good. It was actually more like Batman-y than I would say the 43 was.
Right.
Especially you got Commissioner Gordon, you got Vicky Vale. It's pretty good. So if you haven't seen it, please watch it. Let me know. I'd say you could probably skip the 43.
Yes.
You wouldn't really miss
You wouldn't
anything.
miss anything.
This one was pretty good. Let me know what you think, and we will see you guys next time for the season 1 episodes 1 and 2, technically the pilot episode 1966, Adam West, Burt Ward, Batman.